Well, as we always do it, check marks avec trivia. That's me asking you this week's trivia question. And this week, we want to know about the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. But don't do it alone. Do it with the ultimate heavyweight of the airwaves. I don't know why we still call you the heavyweight, because Brian be in the gym, guys. You'll be working out in the gym. How are you, Brian?
Hey, I'm good, E2. Let's start first.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Wishing you many more years.
Thank you. Thank you.
My daughter says every time, when I grow up, I want to be just like her.
I want to be just like her. Shining star she is. Thank you so much, Brian. Let's get into the trivia question. This week, I want to know from you, who are the current holders of the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup, respectively?
24th, the 27th of September, this month, they will play. So that's all I'm going to say.
Saudi Arabia is the place to be. I'd love to be there. I would love to be. Can I live FOMO?
The bosses probably are listening. So somebody will just, eat to pens, go and represent us.
Yeah, well, that's the trivia question for the week. Make sure that you send through your answers. Use the hashtag. It's the only one that matters. It's hashtag Fut-Afrique. Let's start off with the conversations on a good note. South Africa ultimately being recognized on the global stage. Ronwen Williams has made us proud yet again. He has been nominated in the Ballon Awards that are going to be taking place on the 28th of October out in Paris for the Yashin Trophy. This is alongside 10 other phenomenal goalkeepers that had a stellar season.
He's been unbelievable. I mean, if you talk about Ronwen Williams when he left SuperSport United, John Mamelodi Sundowns, he had to fight for his position there because already Dennis Onyango was there, already Kennedy Mwene there, was retiring more or less. But when he got in there, he really did very well. I mean, you talk about 46 matches, a total of 30 clean sheets he kept in that particular bracket, that is in the 2023-24 season. Took Sundowns to AFL where they won the trophy. They won the league almost going invincible with that last match where they lost that game right at the end for Mamelodi Sundowns. He was part of a team that got Bafana to the bronze medal. Yep. So it was an exceptional
4 penalties. You have to say that.
4 penalties, that's the key thing.
Yeah.
I saw when the Euros were on, someone was saying, this goalkeeper's done the unthinkable. He has saved 3 penalties. I say, you don't know Ronald.
Yeah.
Do you? Don't know Williams. He did 4, not 3, but 4. So I think well deserved. I think he has done very well. And good to see a South African doing
for the very first time.
And also an African be nominated in that goalkeeping department. That is something huge. I think we should be celebrating that. All the best to him. Yeah. And you saw his importance as Sundowns are playing in the MTN8. Yeah. That without him at the back, they don't have that leader at the back that can really take the team to the next level.
You've already got into the MTN8. Congratulations to Ronwen Williams. Let's get into that MTN8 conversation.
Yeah.
Obviously, we now know it's going to be an exciting final. One that I really wanted it to turn out this way.
Oh.
I really did, because I do believe that when Mamelodi Sundowns does lose, it gives other teams ammunition for them to believe a little bit more, right? I
think in totality, it is a good result given the way the Stellies has played. Stellies has picked up where they left off last season. They haven't changed much, even though they lost players, but they've got a structure. Yeah. And they're sticking to their structure, they're sticking to the way they play. But you got to look at Sundowns and say, how do you play 2 legs in a semi-final? And then in the last 15 minutes, you play like a team possessed, unable to find the back of the net, hit the woodwork a total of 6 times in those 2 matches, and lose by 2 goals to nil. And the fact that they played 3 matches at the start of this campaign without scoring a goal themselves, that's a big question.
What does that say to you about them this season? What does it say about their pre-season as well?
Listen, sometimes you need luck in football. I remember there was one coach who said, in football, you need 99% of luck and 1% of just you playing good football.
Is this Kevin Hans?
I'm not going to mention it. One coach said that one day. But the reality is, if you look at the way they played, especially if you look at the second leg in itself, they're 1-0 down. Ribeiro, that should have been a goal at any given day. Came off the upright, back into play. There was also a move from Mudiba. Took a world-taking shot by him. Came off the woodwork, back into play. But I felt that they left it way too late. They didn't play the same way. And it also goes back to
You can't switch gears at the last minutes.
We always talk about Mshishi. Yeah. When they played in the first leg, he came into the sub. Coach Mangoim was criticized for not playing Mushishi early enough. He started to Mshishi this time around. Tembers one, he didn't really give them what they wanted. the game was not as fluid as you want it to be, then eventually they were substituted. Mokoena left. Then they brought in Shalule towards the end of the game. And you could see that the hunger was more, aggression was much better, and eventually, I think for me, maybe they could have scored a goal or even 2 goals, but when you're not in luck, it doesn't matter. You can play in the next hour. You will not find the back of them. But Stellenbosch did their work. I mean, Stellenbosch, I look at them
homework
and I see
done, submitted on time.
They know what to do.
Top achievers.
They are able to absorb the pressure at the back, and when they set forward, you're in trouble. They come running at you with 4 or 5 players at the same time, don't know exactly what to do, and the cross are always going to be whipped in. Andre de Jong is playing a different role this time around. When he had Ikram Reyners, it was a different combination. Devin Titus trying Vera to score goals. Mujela arriving there, and he's just like he's been playing there for the last 10 seasons. So they do have something good, Stellenbosch.
Let me know this before we go to the ad break. I want to know in a sense of, is it important for a coach to have their identity embedded within a team? For instance, I'll use Mamelodi Sundowns as an example. They had a way in which they were playing. Now coaches have been changed. Did Coach Bangoba, does he have to instill his playing style into the team?
And it takes time.
Is it important?
He has to.
Do you have to have an identity?
You need to have a blueprint, but also there should be a team's way of playing.
Exactly.
Those are 2 different things. But at the moment,
what's more important?
But remember, the team's way of playing is the most important.
That's the team's philosophy, yeah?
Over and above everything else. But also the transition that was made for Sundowns, it was not as fluid you expected it to be.
Fair enough.
If the coach had actually said, I'm leaving in January, and eventually came to the end of the year, they would have a better plan as to what they do going forward. But now the 3 coaches who are sitting there had to hit the ground running immediately. To try and get the team where it was, because everybody knows Sundowns as winners. Nobody expects anything less but just for them to be on the podium and win stuff.
Well, Mamelodi Sundowns, the champions, have missed out on the first trophy of the season. How many do they have left?
Still a 3. 3.
And we know that they don't do so well with cups.
4 is a CAF Champions League.
They don't necessarily do well in cup competitions.
Club World Cup.
They don't do so well in cup competitions, but I wish them all the best. Go nowhere, we continue after this.